So you're trying to lose some weight, but you're using the tired excuse of, I don't have time for nutrition. I don't have time to cook. I don't have time for meal prep. I'm calling BS, because here's an easy overnight oats meal prep that takes 10 minutes, gives you 5 meals for your busy week, and it each has about 400 calories with 40 grams of protein. So let's get started. Welcome back to Former Fat Guy Fitness. This is one of my favorite meal preps with how easy it is, how good it is, and how portable it is, because I'm usually on the go when it comes to my work, so keeping something in a mason jar that I can just open, eat real quick, it's perfect. Now, first thing you'll need to do, get your ingredients together. The only ingredients you'll need are 40 grams or a half cup of old-fashioned oats, 80 grams or 1/3 of a cup of Greek yogurt, we're using my homemade Greek yogurt, 10 grams or 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1 scoop or 32 grams of a protein powder of your choice, 120 milliliters or a half cup of fat-free Fairlife, and 20 milliliters or 1.5 tablespoons of sugar-free maple syrup. Outside of the ingredients, the only thing you'll need are 5 mason jars, obviously, the always recommended food scale when you're trying to lose weight, and then you'll need a spatula, a scooper, a stirrer, and a bowl. The bowl will come into play as a pro tip here in a minute. Just bear with me. So to start, the only thing you're going to need to do is take your mason jars, weigh out the oats, the chia seeds, and the Greek yogurt into all 5 of them. So I'll start with that here. Put the oats on the scale, zero it out, put your spoon in until you got 40, and just do this in all 5 jars. Once you finish weighing out 40 grams of oats in each jar, then you do it with 10 grams of chia seeds. So I'll do that for all 5 jars here real quick. Put the chia seeds on the scale, zero it out, and then get yourself 10 grams. There we go. Do that for all 5 jars. After the chia seeds, do the same thing with Greek yogurt. 80 grams Greek yogurt into each jar. Put it on your scale, zero it out, weigh out 80, scoop it in. All right, so we got the oats, we've got the chia seeds, we've got the Greek yogurt measured in all 5 jars. Here's where that pro tip I mentioned earlier will come into play. Here's where I get a little bit tricky. So you don't want to put the protein powder and all the milk into all the jars right away for 2 reasons. One, it becomes a pain in the butt to stir with the protein powder being in there, and then the chia seeds will start to bind together if you put the milk in there and don't stir them right away. So this is the part that'll take a little longer than the rest. You take your protein powder you need, 1 scoop, 32 grams, once again, always get a food scale. 1 scoop of this could be anywhere from 28 grams of protein to 40 grams of protein. So if you're trying to lose weight, like I always say, get yourself a food scale. They're 20 bucks. If you need one, I've got one in the links in the description down below. But to do the pro tip, you're gonna take your 32 grams of protein, once again, put it on the scale, zero it out. See, that right there, it's not even a full scoop. That's 32 grams of protein. Put it in that bowl I mentioned earlier. Then, take your bowl, put it on your scale, switch it to milliliters for milk. Remember, milk and water have different densities, so that's why this scale is my favorite one. And then we're gonna measure out exactly 120 milliliters into the bowl. There's 120. Then, I'm gonna stir it up in this bowl before I put it into the individual jar itself. This will keep the protein powder from sticking to the edges and the sides. It'll keep it from binding up. And then once I pour this into the jar, I can stir it all up so the chia seeds don't bind together right away and it will all mix through your overnight oats. So let me do this real quick and I'll do it into all 5 jars. All right, so I've got the milk and the protein powders all mixed together and stirred in each jar. And the next ingredient is something you could skip if you don't like things super sweet or if you find your protein powder sweet enough, but this is Former Fat Guy Fitness. So here we're gonna put a low-calorie sweetener in all 5 jars. And it's only 5 calories for a 30 milliliter serving, so I really don't even measure it. I just kind of put enough to cover each oatmeal on there. Do that, stir it up. Once you finish up, the only thing you have left to do is put your lid on it, pop these guys in the fridge overnight, hence the term overnight oats, and then come back the next day, you've got yourself a high protein, low calorie meal that you can eat on the go, and you can even mix in some fruit with it to get some extra antioxidants. If you have the room in your macros and you're looking for some more fat, throw some nuts in there. Or if you've got the calories to spare and you're looking for a good dessert, Throw some Oreo bits in here. Throw some Butterfinger bits in here. Don't overdo it, but throw it in there. You got yourself a good dessert. I mean, this really works well as a breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, anything. So as far as the macros for each jar goes with the base without anything added to it, you're looking at 396 calories, 7.3 grams of fat, 42.1 grams of carbs, 43.2 grams of protein. So if you like this recipe, hit the like button down below. If you have any other low-calorie, high-protein meals you want to see made, leave them in the comments. If you want to see more out of me, hit the subscribe button. It always helps the channel. But in the meantime, thanks for watching.